Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's John. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk. Do me a favor, give my videos, a like and a share, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. A lot of exciting news, new pump and high and new price discovery for Bitcoin nearly at 90,000. We're going to go over that in a moment. Stay with me to the end. And if you do, I give you a bonus, which is my trading and speculation plan. So, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, informational purpose only. Read the risk disclosure below. I'm an entertainer. So, get that over. So, check this out. So, let's look at the geopolitical news first. All right. Now, I go over this every day. NPR, National Public Radio, Rubio Galileo defeats Kari Lake in Arizona state race. CBS, New York judge expected to issue crucial presidential immunity ruling in Trump case. CNN, first on CNN, Trump picks Kristi Noem to serve as Homeland Security. Reuters, Trump expected to tap Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. AP, Associated Press is reporting aid groups say Israel misses U.S. deadline to boost humanitarian help for Gaza. Forbes, Trump cabinet, here's who he's picked for White House roles, Mike Waltz, etc. So that's the geopolitical news headlines. So now we look at socioeconomic. So let's go over first. The stock market's open here about half hour. And let's check this out on bar chart first. S&P's up, crude oil's pumping. The VIX is lower at 14.88. Gold is pumping up to 26.20. So the news headline on bar chart, stock index futures muted as Trump rally pauses. U.S. inflation data and Fed speak on deck. Elliott takes more than $5 billion stake in Honeywell, advises separating automation and aerospace units. Facebook and Instagram users in Europe can opt for less personalized ads. Chinese e-commerce firms report growth in sales, shoppers for single-day shopping festival. So this is Palantir news. The Trump trade, dumped gold. Is that what's going on with gold market? Risk off and this type of thing. So let's look at first the major market overview. S&P 500 up 1.25 points. E-mini futures up 9 points. Dow future minis up 26. S&P VIX 15.650. And stay with me to the end. You get my trading plan bonus. U.S. dollar, the Dixie 105.8118. The 10-year 109-250. Crude oil up fractionally at 68.74. Gold again at 26.17, up fractionally. Silver hanging in there at 30.775. Stock market leaders, I own stock shares in every one of these companies if I'm not mistaken. Tesla, Nvidia, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Shopify. I might not own shares of that. If it's in the S&P 500, I don't know. Meta Platforms is active. Palantir I own shares in. Apple Computer, Microsoft, and Amazon. So these are the leaders in what's going on bar chart. So now let's take a look at socioeconomic again on Yahoo Finance. The FOMO market is back. The recent stock surge is tied to the Trump trade, but other factors are also driving the FOMO trade. So there's news on Tesla and Coinbase. I own shares in both companies and have experienced the FOMO. Dow S&P futures hit pause on record-setting rally. Trump 1.0 was tough on M&A as Biden. Trump 2.0 might be the same. So, man, these news stories are exciting. Trump set to pick China hawk Rubio for Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. The Wall Street CEO raising his hand to run Trump's economy. Rents tick down in positive sign for inflation. Bitcoin, exciting, briefly rises to nearly 90,000 as traders bet on Trump. I own Bitcoin that I've scaled into a trade as low as $3,500. The Bitcoin is my lowest purchase, and that was in the last 5 years. Novavax cuts 2024 revenue forecast. Elon Musk loving day traders are sweeping speculative markets. Shopify stock symbol SHOP jumps after AI tools boost customer growth. So the companies are embracing AI, artificial intelligence. Look, latest Hertz posts weaker than expected quarterly results. Chinese e-commerce firms report growth in sales. Canada Labor Minister to provide update. Tyson sees stronger results as chicken and offsets beef. Key advisors to Trump back Bassett for Treasury Secretary. So, we get through these geopolitical news. Economy markets take center stage at Yahoo Finance Invest. Time for a coffee break. So, a lot of exciting news with this. Got stocks pumping. We ride. Stocks that I owned, yesterday were up, some of them 30%. Mara Holdings, CleanSpark, MicroStrategy, and HUT were up anywhere from 25 to 30%. So I did the FOMO trade, so we're going to talk about that in a moment. So stay with me though. Let's look at my top ETFs, Block, BLOK, I own it. Undervalued growth stocks, so I'm doing the energy trade now and looking at the bond market trade. And so let's take a look at my trading plan. On cryptos, yesterday I sold all of my crypto positions, flatted out, except for Bitcoin. Sold Tezos 4 cycles in a row, and Tezos were profitable for me. I sold all of my Dogecoin and then all of my Ethereum. And now I'm just going to focus 100% on the Bitcoin trade. And the reason is, and again, not financial advice, my Bitcoin position trade in my Momo swing account is up nicely. It's profitable. Most importantly, it's never too high to buy, and it's experiencing what is known as price discovery. So, anytime, and I had talked about this in length in my previous trades, that I was looking for the breakout, if then, and I had the number here written down. If Bitcoin traded, you can look at my previous videos, if Bitcoin traded above its last all-time high at 73,797 spot 68, if it did so, then I thought it was going to pump. So it pumped from 73,797 spot 68. I purchased the breakout at that level at nearly 74,000, and it pumped to as high as nearly 70,000. Or to 90,000, sorry. So how high can Bitcoin go now as far as its price discovery? The last time I had the banana candle, it's called, was back when, if you remember, Bitcoin's all-time high was at 21,000 many years ago. And then when it broke above 21,000, where did it go? Not right away, but it did the banana candle, or what is known as a God candle, up to almost 70,000 from 21,000. So I got all of that trade. So this time, again, if it breaks above its all-time high at 74,000, how high can it go? The answer is the same ratio. It's about 3x. So that's possible. So 3 times 70, puts Bitcoin at 2 to 250,000, possibly, from the breakout discovery. It's done so many, many times in the past. So, or Bitcoin could go to zero, become worthless. Now, I might lose some subscribers saying such a thing, but anything is possible within the realm of speculation. So now I'm on the Bitcoin trade. I'll continue to dollar cost average Bitcoin today. And I also have pivot point trades set at the demand zones. So I let everyone who gets stopped out when the market pulls a retracement on every trading asset, I'm there at the bid, at the pivot points, purchasing a market. So, that's how I roll. So I earned a major lick in Bitcoin, scaled off, took a lot of profits out of it yesterday. I didn't get the all-time highest price, but I sold some Bitcoin as high as, I'm guessing I did many layers, where scaling out of the trade at 88,000, and some of it pumped as high as 89,000. I didn't get the top tick. Now, if Bitcoin trades greater than, I guess the number now is 89,666.68. That's its all-time high on my platform that I can see. If it does so, then I want to pay $90,000 for Bitcoin and chase that breakout and the new price discovery. So that's the reason that I sold all of my cryptos, and I'm just focusing on Bitcoin, because that's where the big money is, and I need to have a concentration of a position and focus just on one trade rather than playing Tezos and all the other altcoins. So that's my trade for crypto. Dollar cost average Bitcoin today. I have dollar cost average Bitcoin every day for the last 3 years. So I have owned Bitcoin the last 3 years all over at different price fills. I don't use the stop orders, and I also don't use any margin, so I don't have the margin call. So that's my crypto. I'm running a little longer today, about 11 minutes or so. S&P 500, never too high to buy. I'm profitable in it. My cost basis is 583.52. So I'll continue to pay higher prices for the S&P 500 ETF. And so, today I'll dollar cost average SPY ETF. And then I bought the dip today in 𝐵KCH, the blockchain ETF. It was off 5%. So now I have to start building a position back in. So the cycle starts all over again for me. So now I'll start dollar cost averaging the blockchain ETFs, 𝐵KCH and block, BLOK. I sold most of my positions in both of these during the FOMO trade yesterday and all last couple of weeks, as I scaled into it over several years, and then when it pumped, I was able to sell it at new all-time highs. But then I'll continue to purchase additional blockchain ETFs as the foundation of my synthetic Bitcoin mining rig, which is 7-to-1 ratio, 1 unit of the blockchain ETFs to 7 units of Bitcoin, and then I'll dollar cost average those. So that's what I have. That's my trading plan. So, wow, just really excited. I experienced the FOMO greed scenario, and I knew that instinctually when that transpires, that's the time for me to start taking profits out of the market. So with that, then I start purchasing more of this, which is the silver bullion. People are saying, well, the Trump trade, and that precious metals are no good. So now that I've earned a major lick in my speculations in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, all the cryptos and Tezos, and then the blockchain ETFs, I square all those profits off, and then through the FOMO trade, and then I purchase additional precious metals as a foundation of my speculations. These have a 5,000-year shelf life. So I'll be placing another trade today with SD bullion to purchase some additional silver bullion, only because I took such a huge profit out of the market. And then this is my anchor. I anchor my portfolio with the precious metals. All of my speculations can go to zero, no margin call for myself. If they did, I always go back into the precious metals market as the foundation of my speculations, so that it's like an anchor. So, if the price of the market's going this way, say Bitcoin, or it's going this way, the anchor of it anchors and it holds my portfolio. So if Bitcoin goes up to 90,000, I sell the profit up here, and then I purchase more silver bullion. If Bitcoin rolls over 90% negative, you know what I do? I still own the anchor. It anchors my portfolio. Very few traders know how to anchor a portfolio with a tangible asset. So that's why I focus on always purchasing the precious metals, especially after I earn a major lick in a speculation. And I've got these stored up at 5 different diverse locations. You know, I keep a few at my house, a few hundred of them, but I like to be surrounded by some of my wealth. So that's how I roll. You know, we're running a little longer today at 15 minutes. So, man, I mean, I earned a major profit in Bitcoin up this last trade cycle. My average cost basis in my Momo swing account on Bitcoin is 74,170 because I've been dollar cost averaging it every day. And so from 74,000 this last cycle to as high as close to 90,000. So that's just over, you know, I mean, it's a lot of points, you know, so I take those profits and then again, out of the market. I don't sell my entire position, but I purchase more tangible assets. And the reason is because Warren Buffett says not to own precious metals. They're no good, but they anchor my portfolio. And that's how I roll. So with that Bitcoin, so I'm working the Bitcoin trade today, and I'll continue to do so to have a concentration in the largest market cap asset because of price discovery. How big, you know, how far can the God candle go? 250,000 on Bitcoin? Could. The breakout. 21,000 to 70,000, that was 3x. So take 74,000 and multiply it times 3. Your math is better than mine. So that's where I think that Bitcoin could go to. It could be 250,000 at 3x. So we'll see. And it's the de-dollarization event. So with that, precious metals, Bitcoin dollar cost average, SPY ETF dollar cost average, squared off huge profits in my blockchain ETF. My cycle now starts all over again in the capital markets. So it's not uncommon for me to be in a trade, scaling into a trade for, you know, a year, 2 years. So that's how I roll. So it's good to take some profits out of the market. I've done so. Trends, my friend, always trading in the direction of the trend. You always need a trend, you know, so that's how I think. So everyone, have a great day. It's John on my news desk here and prop trading desk, having scalped out huge profits in the Bitcoin space along with blockchain assets, purchasing more precious metals. Have an awesome, great day. And remember, trade in the direction of the trend.